Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at unrealized gain or loss for minority passive investment. This investment must be reported at the fair value. So we have this fair value at December 31st year 1 and December 31st year 2, and we have 100 able company shares. The price was 50 and the cost was $5,000. Okay, and then Baker Company 300 shares at the price of 80. So we have $24,000 cost. And then Charlie Company 200 shares at $120 and $24,000 for Charlie Company. So in total, the cost of our investment is $53,000. Now, at the end of year 1, the fair value is $6,000 for Able Company shares, $23,500 for Baker, $26,000 for Charlie. So we can calculate the change in fair value. Okay, $1,000 increase in Able Company, $500 decrease in Baker Company, and $2,000 increase in Charlie Company. In total, there is a $2,500 increase in value. Okay, so we're going to recognize that investment in equity securities must be increased to reflect the fair value by $2,500, and this is what we call unrealized holding gain from equity securities, and this will be included in the calculation of net income. Okay, and will be close to retained earnings, unrealized holding gain or loss, equity securities, $2,500. Okay, so at the time of purchase, the investment is $53,000. By the end of year 1, $53,000 cost, but then there is this unrealized holding gain, $2,500 from this unrealized holding gain or loss from equity securities. So if we add that, this is an adjunct account. Oops, sorry, too many zero. So the amount reported will be $55,500, which is exactly the fair value of those stocks. Okay, we have this unrealized holding gain loss equity. And then by the end of year 2, we have new information. Okay, the fair value for, what is the first one? Able Company goes up to 6,100. So there is an increase by $100. The second company, Baker, goes down again by $800. And this time, Charlie Company goes down significantly from $26,000 to $23,200. Okay, if we calculate the total, the investment goes down by $3,500. Okay, but originally it went up in year 1 by 2,500. It went down in year 2 by 3,500. But if you compare from the original cost, it went down only by $1,000. It went up by 2,500, it went down by 3,500. The net change is $1,000 decline. Okay, so what we want to have here is $1,000. So in order to do that, so we have to put on debit $3,500. Okay, that's the decrease in value. So we're going to decrease our value. Investment in equity securities should go down by $3,500. Okay, and then we have to recognize, due to this decrease in year 2, unrealized holding loss. Unrealized holding loss, it's on debit from equity securities by $3,500. So that's unrealized holding loss will be used to calculate net income in year 2. But overall, the impact is a loss of $1,000 from our equity in year 1 and year 2. So by the end of year 2, $53,000 investment, but we have this $1,000 debit or unrealized holding loss. If we combine those two, $52,000 is what is reported, which is also the fair value at the end of year 2. So we're good. Okay, so those are the journal entries. The first one is to recognize the unrealized holding gain in year 1. The second one is to recognize unrealized holding loss in year 2. And how this investment is reported depends on the unrealized holding gain or loss by the end of the accounting period. $2,500 holding gain, that would increase our investment to $55,500, which was the fair value at the time. And then negative or debit $1,000 unrealized holding gain or loss, that results in $52,000 investment, which is the fair value at the end of year 2, due to the decrease of $3,500 in investment year 2. Okay, that's how we prepare the entries. Thank you for watching.